sky. And it's sun. Wow. Beautiful blue sky day. Still plenty of snow laying around. Well, not really, but well, that lovely scrapyard that I've been going to lately. Most often. It's not the only one, but yeah. I think they took in about as much trash and junk as they could stand, and now they're discounting the weight. So if you have, like, they've gotten really petty really quick. Oh. Yeah, they got really petty really quick. I forgot about the ice that was on there a bit. I'm a pro. Anyway, about a week ago, they started handing out discounting tickets. And I scrapped a lawn tractor, and they didn't tell me. But after I pushed the machine off, then they gave me a discounting ticket of 40 pounds for the tires on a lawn tractor. I'm like, really? 40 pounds? That's, I don't think the tires on the lawn tractor weigh that much, but okay. That and plastic. They took 10 pounds off for plastic because I guess the seat on the lawnmower, they discounted 10 pounds for that. And well, they didn't say anything about the smashed television that I threw into the pile. You know, I took the back of the TV off, I took the copper cone off, and the circuit boards, I separated that, I threw that in the scrap pile, and I smashed the screen, but left it in the screen in the, you know, in the plastic cabinet. But the back of the cabinet I removed. I didn't bring it to the scrapyard, and they didn't say anything about that. I mean, what sense does this make? So apparently every scrapyard is doing this now, especially after me and my son took to one scrapyard. I won't say which one, but me and my son, we made you know, those gigantic crate things that have like the, I don't know what they're called, but I have 3 of them. Well, now I have 2 only. And you can fill them with liquid, you know, like water. Doesn't matter, water. You can fill them with. I didn't notice the camera was moving. Sorry about that. You can fill them with water or whatever liquid, right? Well, anyway, I took one of them and I cut about a 5/8 of the top of it. I removed, and we filled it with everything under the sun. I had legitimate scrap in there. I had nails and screws and rusty pieces of this and that. Some car parts. Brake pads, this, that, and other thing. And Yeah, there was some busted sinks in there. I had 10 smashed sinks at the bottom. And yeah, well, when they seen us struggling to remove it, because the thing weighed at least 1,000 pounds. When they seen me and my son struggling to get it off the truck, that got their curiosity, and they discounted that 50 pounds. Let's see, this guy's got something. Well, what do you got?
We haven't figured it out what we're going to get yet.
Alright, just keep it in the driveway and I'll come and get it for sure. Oh, somebody will grab it. Alright, about what time around? Alright, thank you. Yeah. I'm like, keep it in the driveway, and he's like, no, I'll put it right there. These speed humps, everybody in the neighborhood wants you to drive over the darn things, and they wait. So I go around them. Anyway, yeah, the thing tipped over, and then the guy started looking inside, and it was all good for about a minute, but he was still digging in there. And then he found a couple of pieces of a busted sink in there. So apparently, a couple of pieces were showing, and I guess the rest settled off to the side, so he still couldn't see all of them. So there had to be about 300 or 400 pounds of smashed sinks in there. The thing weighed like over 1,000 pounds. I mean, there was plenty of legitimate scrap in there, but yeah. So apparently they're doing that to everybody, because a couple of the guys were complaining to me. They're like, yeah, because they brought in some office chairs and stuff and some bicycles, and the scrapyard took 10 pounds off for the tires on the bicycle, and they took I forget, because about 2 or 3 different people were talking to me, but they took money off for, a push lawnmower for the wheels. They took 20 pounds off for the wheels on the push lawnmower. I'm like, wow, the push lawnmower weighs only maybe 45 or 50 pounds at the most. So even though it says $200, oh, there's some bed frames. Even though it says $200 a ton, if they're going to get that petty about everything, it's not $200 a ton. It's like $100 a ton. Right? That's like about $100 a ton. If they're going to take that kind of money off. Well, King, go in there with straight steel. You know how scarce that is? You're not gonna make a living doing this. If that's the case, then this would be relegated to an evening or Saturday or Sunday type of hobby when you got nothing else going on. That's what scrapping would be relegated to. There's no way. There's no way without cheating a little bit. Cheating the scale, that goes. There's a Norman Rockwell painting with the old lady cheating the scale. She's got her finger under the scale, and the butcher's got his finger on the scale, and both of them are touching the scale in a nonchalant type of way, but deliberately doing that to manipulate the weight. So that's the image that always comes to mind when you're going in there with some fake scrap, is the Norman Rockwell painting of the old lady cheating the scale, and the butcher adding weight. But I can hear now people going, well, you're not the butcher, you're adding weight. No, he's manipulating it. The metaphor is he's just manipulating the scale to get more out of the customer. And the customer doesn't want to pay that price, so wants to like shave a few pennies off. And in this case, the scrapyard is the customer. They're buying and I'm selling. Okay? So I'm the butcher. I'm adding, I'm trying to add a little weight there. Whatever. You can say it either way. Most people, because most people are trying to cheat the scale, it actually evens itself out, because in the end, both are getting the fair price. So both should just lay their hands off the scale and let the scale be the scale. But since neither one can trust each other 100%, right? Both are, both I believe would be inclined to manipulate the scale at least a little bit. So I guess it takes a bright, sunshiny day to get some scrap to produce out there, which these are the only two pieces I found. Look at the old bird. If you think about it, you know, it's like a younger guy driving it, probably like in his 20s. That car existed for what, about, looks like it's about 60 years old or so. There's somebody driving it that's not even half the age of the car. How much longer do you think it's going to be around? Probably not much. That's probably what happens to a lot of antique cars. They end up getting smashed by younger people because, well, it's cool and it's interesting, and then the car itself is not able to keep up with modern cars because it doesn't have all the technical aspects, so its maneuverability is quite a bit less. Let's just put it this way, that old T-Bird could never outmaneuver a BMW, right? There's no way. So if you try challenging something like that, your old T-Bird like that is designed to go in a straight line like that. You know, a BMW can zigzag because it's a European car, and European roads don't have long stretches like we do. So the ability to move the steering wheel nimbly is more important than a long, smooth, comfortable, and fast, straightforward ride. American cars get a little squirrely when you start deviating from the norm, whereas European cars they're very tiring to drive after a while, just in a long stretch. Alright, on to the next, wherever that might be.